Hi, everybody. Let's do 7th grade N3 multi-step word problems. Identify reasonable answers. A hotel manager is ordering new curtains for all of the hotel's windows. There are 2 windows in each of the 62 bedrooms. There are also 21 windows in the ballroom, 8 windows in the lobby, and 32 windows in the hallways. The manager works out that she needs to buy curtains for 123 windows. Does that sound about right? So we don't need to be exact here. We're just estimating. Okay, that's what this exercise is about. Estimating. All right, so the 62, let's just round that to 60. Okay, just to make it easier to do some mental math. So if there are 2 windows in each of these 62 bedrooms, which we're going to round to 60, then that's about 120 windows, because 60 times 2 is 120. So far we have 120 windows. There are also 21 windows in the ballroom. Let's just round that to 20. 8 windows in the lobby. Let's just round that up to 10. Okay, and 32 windows in the hallway. Let's round that to 30. Okay, if this had said like 39, I would have rounded. I use the same. I'm rounding to the nearest 10 here. So if this digit was a 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, keep this one the same. If this digit is a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, then I would bump this up one. So if this had said like 39 windows, I would have rounded that up to 40. But it said 32, which is lower, right? It's on the low side. I'm going to round that down to 30. Okay, so then we can just add all these up. Well, we can see that this is way off. I mean, okay, so that would be 5, 8. She needs about 100 curtains, 180 new curtains if each window is going to get a new curtain. This is way wrong, right? This is much too low. So let's just say that. Okay, Rita just got a babysitting job. She will work about 10 hours each week and make $9 an hour. Her parents say she needs to save half, but she can spend the other half. Rita estimates she'll have around $50 of spending money each week. Is that a good estimate? Okay, so 10, these numbers are easy enough just to multiply. If we're making $9 an hour and working 10 hours each week, then how much money would we make each week? 9 times 10, that would be 90. Okay, so these numbers are easy enough that we don't even have to round there. So Rita is making $90 each week. Her parents say that she needs to save half, but she can spend the other half. Okay, so if she saves half, what's half of 90? That would be 45, right? So if we're being exact here, then we could say $45. And so she would save $45 and she would spend the other $45 on whatever she wanted. So Rita estimates she'll have around $50 of spending money each week. Is that a good estimate? Now, we got the exact answer. I didn't round up here. So I got the exact right answer. I know that Rita is going to have exactly $45 of spending money each week. This says $50. Now, you might think that you should click on this for this problem. No, that's much too high because the exact number is 45 and Rita thinks she's going to have $50, okay? And 50 is more than 45. So you might think that you should click on no, it's too high, but it is higher than what it should be, but is it much too high? Is Rita way, way, way off? No, she's not way off here. She's still pretty close to the exact number. Okay, so we would say that, yes, this is a good estimate. Okay, key word here, estimate. We don't have to be exactly right. We just have to be close. So did Rita give a good estimate of what she'll be spending each week? Yes. Was she exactly right? No, but it was a good estimate. So we'll click on yes for this problem. Another way that we could have done that problem is to estimate from the beginning. We could round the $9 an hour up to $10 an hour and then say 10 times 10 is 100. Half of 100 is 50. And that's probably where Rita got her estimate from. Okay, but it's still a good estimate, even if it's not exactly right. Lamar bikes 11 miles to work and 11 miles home. He does this 5 days a week. Lamar works out that this is 110 miles a week. Does that sound about right? Okay, so let's just round these 11s down to 10, okay, to make the numbers easier to do mental math with. Okay, so if he bikes 10 miles to work and then 10 miles back, then that's 20 miles a day, right? And he's doing that 5 days a week. So 100 times, so 20 times 5 is 100. So we could, as a reasonable estimate, say that Lamar is biking about 100 miles each week. Lamar works out that this is 110 miles a week. Does that sound about right? Yes, that's about right. Our estimate was 100. Lamar may be estimated in a different way, but his answer is still close to what we got. So this is a reasonable estimate. So we'll click on yes. It's not much too high and it's not much too low. It's about where it should be. Okay, Manny is building a table and 4 chairs. He will use 18 nails to build each chair. Let's just round that up to 20. And 42 nails to build the table. Let's just round that down to 40. He estimates, you know what, just so you can see what the original numbers were, I'll just draw a line through it instead of crossing them out all the way. He estimates that he will need roughly means about. It means we're not worried about being exactly right. We just want to be close, okay? He estimates that he will need roughly 180 nails. Does that sound about right? Okay, so let's see. If he wants to build 4 chairs and he's using about 20 nails for each chair. So 20 times 4 would be 80. So he needs about 80 nails for the chairs. Then he's only going to build one table, a table. Okay, and he's using about 40 nails for the table. Okay, so a reasonable estimate for the number of nails that he needs altogether is 120. He said he needs roughly 180 nails. That sounds like it's much higher than what we got over here as our reasonable estimate. Okay, so we're going to click on no, it is much too high. So something reasonable would, if he said, okay, I'm going to use about 130 nails, then that would be reasonable. It's still higher than what we got. But if he had said, roughly 130 nails, we would still click on, yeah, that's a reasonable estimate. But 180 just seems way too high. The difference between 180 and our estimate of 120 is 60. Okay, 60 divided by 120 is 0.5. So his estimate is 50% off from what our reasonable estimate was, which is too high of a number. So we're going to say, no, it's much too high. Hansen and his mom have been saving recycling items for months, and today they traded them in. They made $42 on cans, $19 on glass bottles, and $32 on plastic bottles. Hansen estimates that they made around $140. Is that a good estimate? Okay, let's just round that to 40. We're going to round that to up to 20, from 19 to 20. We're going to round this 32. Oops. We're going to round that to 30. Okay, just adding everything up now. $90. So $90, just quick mental math. They made about $90 by trading all their stuff in. $140, I don't know how he estimated that. Estimates don't have to be exact, but that's way off. Okay? So, no, that's much too high. All right, let's skip a level here. Let's see what else we have. Do maybe one more. Mrs. Sherwood drops her kids off at school every morning. Each day she drives 3 miles to school and 3 miles back. 3 miles to school and 3 miles back. Okay. That's easy enough. Let's just say that's 6 miles, which it is. Okay, 3 plus 3 is 6. So she's driving 6 miles each day. When Mrs. Sherwood's electric car is fully charged, it can go about 295 miles. Mrs. Sherwood estimates that her car can do 50 of these trips on one charge. Is that a good estimate? Okay, so let's round the 295 to 300. Okay? And then we'll be able to easily do 300 divided by 6. Because if she's going to work or to school and back every day, she's driving 6 miles a day. On a full charge, her car can drive a total of about 300 miles. So if I wanted to figure out how many trips she could make on a full charge, I would have to know how many times 6 can go into 300. Okay, and that would be 50, right? Oops, what am I doing? 3 minus 0 is 3. Okay, so 6 goes into 35 times. Okay, 6 does not go into 0. Okay, nothing else to bring down. We got a 0, so we're done. Okay, so 300 divided by 6 is 50. Right? So she can make about 50 trips. Actually, a little bit less than that, because she doesn't actually get 300 miles per charge. She gets 295 miles per charge. But this is still a reasonable estimate of how many trips she could make. Okay? So yes, that's a good estimate. All right, let's see. Okay, so you know what? I'll do this problem just because you really have to read these questions. I know that a lot of students like to just, when they're doing IXL, okay, I'm going to take this, I'm going to add it to this, I'm going to multiply it by that. They just do stuff with the numbers and not really reading the problems. You got to read the problem. If you didn't read the problem, then you might not have noticed that this says down here, more TV than Sandra. Alec estimates he watched about 50 minutes more TV than Sandra. Okay, so we're going to have to do some subtraction for this problem. And if you're just breezing through the problems without really reading them carefully, then you may have missed that. So let's go back to the beginning and actually read this problem. Sandra just watched 5 episodes of her favorite TV show, and each episode is 21 minutes long. Let's just round that down to 20. Her brother Alec just watched 3 episodes of his favorite TV show, and each episode was 51 minutes long. Let's just round that down to 50. Okay, did I say 50 here? I don't remember what I said. I hope I said 20. We're rounding the 21 down to 20. We're rounding the 51 down to 50. Okay, so how much TV time did Sandra just have? So 5 episodes, 20 minutes per episode. 20 times 5 is 100, right? So Sandra just watched 100 minutes of TV. That sounds like a lot. Her brother Alec just watched 3 episodes, 50 minutes each episode. So 50 times 3, which would be 150. Alec estimates he watched about 50 minutes more TV than Sandra. Okay, well, if we were to subtract this from this and do 150 minus 100, then yeah, we would see that Alec did watch about 50 more minutes of television than his sister. So yeah, that's a good estimate. Again, if you're just breezing through these problems, not really paying attention, then you might have just added all of these up. You might not have realized that some of these TV shows were watched by Sandra, some of them were watched by Alec. You have to read the problems carefully. Okay? So yeah, that's a good estimate. All right, Stu's Sub Shop sells a lot of sandwiches when there is a big football game. On the last game day, the shop sold 203 meatball sandwiches, 295 turkey sandwiches, 197 ham sandwiches, and 291 roast beef sandwiches. Each sandwich sells for $6. Stu works out that he took in $992 that day. Does this sound about right? Okay, so you know what? This is not really too much different from what we've done in the other problems. So I'm going to end the video there and have a great day.